Good morning everyone, ZedRunner DIY detailer here. Hopefully the microphone's working. I do get some problems with this little rig that I've got set up, but fingers crossed, because this is a new style of video for me on this channel. I've got a long-standing friend, a guy called Anthony, who he and I are sort of fans of cars and bikes and all that sort of stuff, and over the years as we've grown up together, kind of had bikes and cars, and always had this thing for some pucker motors, I guess, pucker engines. A little while ago he bought himself a nice piece of British muscle car marvel, a wonderful machine, but that's been laid up for a little while now, so this is going to be kind of like a will it run, barn find kind of thing really. So we're going to meet Anthony, have a look at the where the car is, uncover it and just start looking around it, see how she sits. So the big reveal coming up in a minute. Stay tuned for this one. This should be awesome. So here we are outside the garage, and inside this garage is a piece of British muscle car history. This is Anthony. Anthony and I have known each other, what, 30 years?
Yeah.
About 30 years? Yeah, for about
it's
30
probably
years.
30 years now. Yeah.
This car has been, we've been talking about it in the kitchen having a coffee. Thanks for the coffee, lovely coffee.
Good coffee.
And we've been talking about how long it's been in the garage for, and we're not going to tell you what the car is just yet. We'll open the door and you'll see. But Dano, tell us a little bit about the car. How long you've had it and how long has it been standing for?
I'd have to try and remember how long I've had it, but probably 8 years.
Standing for 8 years? No, I had it for 8 years.
No, I had it for 8 years,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's probably been parked up pre-COVID. So what's that? 2019, 2020.
4 or 5 years in the garage.
Been sitting there nicely. I had to check it was still in there this morning, just to make sure. So I did peer through the window, and there is something under the cover. So, yeah,
This is going to be a great one.
And then let's just see. It's got a cover on, so hopefully it's not too destroyed.
What we do know is the garage is dry, so the car's got a real good chance of being in good shape. It was serviced not too long before it went in?
Probably a couple of months before it went in.
Okay.
So oils and levels should be okay. Obviously the quality of that stuff will need changing out.
Yeah.
It was serviced before it went in.
So this is a unique video on this channel. This is going to be a barn find, will it run kind of thing. So let's have a go.
Challenge
Can you guess
accepted.
what challenge accepted? We're having troubles with booster packs at the moment, but we'll get one. Can you guess what it is? British muscle car, 1999?
Yeah, 99.
99.
Yeah, R plate. Yeah.
Put in the comments what you think it is. Very good.
Lambo. It was a lottery winner.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. The lottery winner's just driven by. Good man. Why not? It only opens from the inside, so Anthony's gone out there now to go back through the garage, cleared away in front of the door. So, have you guessed what it is? Oh, here we go.
Where's the garage open?
Yeah, the garage is open. Look at this. I think it's quite a recognisable shape. It's under a really high quality cover actually. That's fantastic, Dano. Awesome. So let's just have a little look around as she is now. Love the wing mirror pockets. You must know this shape, especially this little haunch at the back here. There you go. very clean and tidy in here, very dry in here. That's excellent news. So you're going to do a big reveal?
Show the giveaway corner if you want.
Yeah?
This is always the giveaway with these cars.
Yeah, baby.
It's the sort of dog bite grill.
The dog bite grill, famous story actually. Remember the story?
It was on his mould that he was making, and his dog attacked it and cut things out, and he liked the styling afterwards.
So basically the dog in the building was, while this front end was being designed, took a bite or attacked the mould, and they repaired it, and it ended up like this, and they liked it, so that's how they kept it. But of course, look, it's a TVR. What a beauty! Hang on, let's put this down here, hang on. Handbrake's down, yes!
It's all good to luck.
Got it?
Yeah.
First bit of luck. Look at this beautiful car. Here's a sheer peach. Look at that. First bit of luck, the handbrake is down, so we don't expect it to be stuck at all. She's in lovely condition and she doesn't smell at all bad.
It's dry. Yeah.
That is dry,
Which is good.
dry. That's really good news.
A little bit of mould just on there.
Look at that. Yes! Fantastic.
A little bit bare on the tyres as well, which is good. Only that rear right is flat, I'd say. The rest seems to hold something.
That's really great. Let's have a look. Yeah, a bit light, but it's definitely holds. It doesn't look too bad on the side either. It doesn't look too cracked. I wouldn't want them though, because there'd be horrible flat spots. They're all holding some sort of air. Look, it's so dry in here. Even the discs aren't rusted. That is awesome. Just recalling a story that Dano and I had when we used to work together in a company called Trend. We were lunch break. I'm sure it was lunch, definitely lunch break. Let's just call it lunch break. And we were stopping in a place called Salfords, kind of north of Crawley on the A23 somewhere, I think. Because there used to be a TVR showroom and a dealership there. And we went in, like all cooing and umming and oohing and ahhing over these Cerberus and Griffiths and all that sort of stuff in the showroom. And we looked at the sales lady and said, "Can we get in them?" She's like, "Of course you can get in them. It's a showroom." Like, yeah, we were made up. We were like 12 years old, going around in these like spaceship-looking cars, it in these things. It was amazing. And now the man owns one. How cool is that? She is looking absolutely fantastic, Mr. Dan. You go right inside here. There's just like no spiders, little tiny cobweb there. There's nothing in here. That cover's been immaculate. And the fact that the garage is so sealed and so dry. Even the steering wheel's not mouldy. Look at those clocks, man. The gauges. Oh, she's beautiful. Let's get some fire going. Others had half a bar in, so nice, and they're holding. There's no dry rot on the sidewalls at all. Oh, first peak. Look at that. 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 Look at that So we brought the F-Type closer because we've got to look for the tools, and I just think we're going to need a lot less than we thought. The plan is we're going to pop the bonnet, check over all the levels. It's serviced a month before it went in, so in theory, while she's been there 4 years, there's nothing underneath that shows a lot of fluid loss, so it should be all fine. Once we've got some battery power to it, we're going to have a crank and see what it goes like. We just want to see if anything's frozen on the brakes and stuff like that, so we're going to try and nudge it backward and forward. Also see if there's any kind of clutch pedal, brake pedal. Won't press the brakes hard because it's possible that the pipes are corroded underneath, so we'll check that before we do anything more. But Anthony's going to take it out to a specialist and get it fully recommissioned, so all the rubber parts are going to be replaced. But for now, we want to see if we can get it moving and running.
So the interesting bit now is these have solenoid door releases with no power. You can't get into them.
Yeah,
but
of course, they've got the button underneath, haven't they?
So they've got the old button under here to actually open the car. But as all TBR owners know, as long as you can get the roof off, which you can, you get yourself in, the manual door release is basically like a cable push. So as long as you can get into the centre button, you will always be able to get in. So there is ways, so as long as you can pop this bit and take the Targa out, you can always get in.
Is that why you stored it without the Targa on then?
Yeah, just makes it, if anything happens, you can always get in.
Smart.
And you only take them out in the sun anyway.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. So this amazing button, while it might be solenoid, no power, that's your workaround.
Yeah, you just have to try and get into it.
She is in love. You bought a good car to start with. I mean, the condition of it is fantastic. You chose well to start with, man.
I am the third owner, which is quite rare for these type of cars. They generally have lots of people who buy them for 2 years, run them in the sun, and then move them on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm the third owner.
Third owner since 1999.
Yeah.
And what's the total mileage on the car?
77.
Oh, she's a peach.
Right, I'm going to try and get in. This is the thing for old men now.
Shall I film this? Yeah. Oh, suits you, sir.
Low as a snake's belly. Right. She's in neutral.
So stored in neutral, handbrake down, not on, so she should.
Do you want me to test the clutch?
See if you've got a feeling, clutch pedal feeling at all. Is it hydraulic or cable?
Well, it's just popped. So it's a bit stiff, but I'm not pushing all the way down.
Does it come up?
Yeah.
Springs up? Nice. Gentle pressure on the brakes. Have we got anything on the brakes? Is there a pedal?
Solid.
Right, okay.
I'm not pushing.
Don't push it too hard.
No,
In case we push the seat calipers out, yeah.
But that's solid.
Right, let's put the camera somewhere. Hopefully you can see this. We want to try and get her moving. Oh, I won't film that bit. Yes, I will. Right, where can we put this camera? Let's suck it in. Let's see. Can we see anything? So we're just going to try and rock her back and forward. And there's a way to do this. I reckon just move the wheel. Push on the side. She moves. She literally moves.
Oh, that's
that?
free as that's not
Free
even.
as you like.
Yeah.
Just twisting the tyre.
See, my planning when I stored her for that unknown long-term reason was
Do we believe he planned that? Do we believe that? Comment below. What do you reckon?
all I say is whenever I park, I never put the handbrake on this car.
Spot on.
Most of the time I leave it in gear, so that was
Unusual.
luck.
Yeah.
It's out of gear. I normally keep it in gear, handbrake off.
Well, the tyres were flat, so it wasn't going to roll anywhere.
Yeah. I live on a hill, would have rolled. It would have
Yeah, oh man.
Would have hit the sea.
So if you are going to lay your car up, do what Dano does. Get the fluids done. Brilliant. Jack it up if you can do. But leave it out of gear and the handbrake definitely off. Try and put it in a really dry place, cover it well, and this is what you get. She's a gem. She wants to be saved, right? So she moves. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to test the clutch. Engage and disengage. We'll do exactly the same thing with this Anti in the car in first gear and with the clutch pedal down. We should be able to move the car still, and then with the clutch pedal up, if the clutch is working, that's the theory, it will stop. I won't be able to move it, right?
Yeah.
Give that a go. Yeah. Can we get that? Let's do that. Right. Hopefully you can see Anne here. So Anthony's in the car. Going to go first gear.
So nothing at the moment, right? Clutch fully in.
Clutch fully in and in first gear.
I'll put it in second.
Okay. See if I can move the car.
Now that's in gear.
So the gearbox is definitely selected second. You can hear that. Clutch down. She rolls. She's rolling fine. The clutch is working.
Small bit of drag from the rear brake on here.
Yeah, yeah.
Small bit,
Yeah.
which you'd expect.
Bring the clutch up. Yeah, straight away. The clutch is working. Oh my days. She wants to run, man. Come on. Quick summary. What do we know? The car's amazing. Clutch works. Do you want to try the brakes gently?
Yeah, you're cool.
Let's do that. So put it in neutral, we'll rock it back and forward and gently on the brakes. Let's see. Hopefully get a good view down there, but let's give it a go. Let me rock it back and forward.
Tell me when to press it.
No brakes. Okay, so she rocks beautifully. Bit of brakes. Yeah.
Off brake.
Off brakes. There's a drag. There's definitely drag.
Yeah.
It's hard to move, but not a lot. Not a lot at all. It's not this wheel. I can hear more drag out of that side and the rears.
I think I'm here more near side rear, but
Yeah. Okay. Mate. So what's good about that is it means the brake calipers aren't so corroded, right, that when the pistons get pushed out under pressure they jam. They've released as well. So we could move the car. When Anthony put the brakes on, it stopped the car. Good news. We're not going to run it on the road like that. He's going to take it down and get it done, all the rubber lines sorted out. But that's just testing whether we... Wouldn't it be cool if we could get it running and drive it out of the garage into the sunlight under its own power? I'd have to move the jag. Or we could have 16 cylinders of power on the driveway. But we can have it out here later on. Oh, it doesn't get much better than this. So a little bit of bonnet release action going on now. The bonnet release work, it's only on one side. Did it shoot in both?
I'll pull it a bit more.
Let me just double check. This might be our first troublesome moments. Oh, it's moving. Oh no, it's open.
I can't remember if there's. I don't think there's.
No, I only saw one side pop up, so I didn't know if it was double cut. There she goes. Oh.
I can't remember. Oh yeah, it goes on the little nodule.
Look at that. So this is a Rover V8, the Buick V8, bought out to Dano. What is it? 3.9.
They say 4 litre. It might be 3.9. I know it's the 4 litre model.
Look at the condition of this. That's good. So you've had recent leads. You can see all of that. They're all numbered. That's really good news. Stuff that you will know will perish is anything like these alternated drive belts and stuff like that. They don't look too bad actually.
It's got a bit of flex in it.
There is some flex in them.
But I know obviously once you spin it, it might be a bit squealy.
Yeah. Because what Dano's talking about there is they adopt the shape over a period of time. They end up with like kinks and bumps in them. So when you try and spin it, they'll squeal like mad, or they'll just jam. Right. Okay. Everything nothing's been eaten here that I can see. I can't see any signs.
Can't see any squirrels.
Of rodents, no droppings, nothing. And there's none in the garage. And we're not expecting there to be anything in here, but you just.
If they get in,
Never
they
know.
cause chaos.
Yeah. Right, rubber hoses. I can't see any cracking in there. There's no cracking on the radiuses either.
It looks better than I was thinking, so which is always.
So they're pliable, not solid.
Yeah.
They are. The only thing sometimes because you have a vacuum line on here,
Yeah.
and if that goes, that cracks, this thing ain't going to run at all. You know, it's just be hard work. So what's that? That's just a little bit of cable. cable sheathing. One of these bits underneath there. I mean, the engine's there. That's a good start.
Not lost it yet.
I just love little details. Even on the heat shields, they've got little TBR logos and stuff. It's just so cool. Right, well, let's just start. There's a little vacuum line here. Look, that's all good. That's on. That's not perished off. So sometimes these are quite like a delicate little rubber fitting. They can perish quite quickly, and you lose your vacuum going into the distributor, which does your advance when you rev the car. This thing's the mustard. Look at that block. Oh my days. Just chuck some fuel in it and go, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to do some basic checks. To start with oil levels, we're going to check coolant levels. We will check the power steering level as well. The clutch seemed to work, which is great, and we'll just massage that very gently, because you can have in master cylinders and on steering racks, stuff like that, where there's a hydraulic seal in place. If it's not used, they can dry on the edges and get brittle, and you can let fluid go past them, so we need to be careful about that. But that's all part of the recommissioning process, right? So today, do the basic checks, and then we'll get some power on it, see what electrics work, and maybe we get it going.
2 chances.
Slim and none. Slim's just left town. No, come on. Every chance this is going to just bark right off. Look at that. This is not a bad way to spend a sunny Sunday, is it, eh? So we're just realising, or we've been told, Dano's told me that this is the sports exhaust, which may have been an option on the car, I guess.
Aftermarket.
Aftermarket sports exhaust. So this will be rather rorty, but it's stainless throughout. So obviously, when she's loved and recommissioned, imagine how that would be looking in this engine bay all polished up. They'll just look incredible. All the alloy tanks and things like that, they'll just be amazing. Nice little winter project. So, oil dipstick over there.
That is quite nice. Obviously, I haven't properly dipped it yet. Look how clean that is.
That's insane.
I said it was only serviced probably a month before it came in.
And it shows. Is she at the right level?
It reads high, but that's maybe just because I've pulled it there. But
standing for so long, every last drip will be drained in, won't it?
But it's not low. Yeah, it's on the max. It's just over the max line.
Okay.
But I'm happy with that just because of where it is.
That
yeah,
is
that's
beautiful.
clean as a.
Look at that. Let's try and get a good shot of that. That's mint. Brand new.
Obviously this way, then you can really see it. Yeah, put it on your fingers.
Oh yeah.
No black sludge.
No carbon in that oil whatsoever. She's done what, maybe 300 miles we think since the last service. If you're going to lay up a car and you know you're going to lay it up, do all the fluids. There's a great reason why. That is not going to be something we're not worried about that pumping around the engine when we try and crank it. That's the great stuff. That should be fine. There'll be no loss on quality and properties in that oil. Can't see anything showing the signs of leaks. It's all just perfect. Right, what we got there?
Yes, that's nice. There's no. Yeah, so there's nothing. No build-ups, no sludge, no white deposits, nothing of anything that will cause it distress. I say she was running fine when she came in. So
running when parked, right?
yeah. And then life took over.
Yeah, it does. All right. So coolant and power steering and brake fluid. Let's check all that.
Coolant.
Coolant over here.
I think that's coolant. That's expansion, the same thing. I believe.
Can't see a lot in there. Let's have a dig. Nada in there that I can see. I'll get a light in there and have a look. Let's see if this works. If I can get across there, you should be able to see. My torch goes in.
How wide is the opening?
There's level
Is it
down to
JS ruler
coolant.
wide?
Yeah, you get a ruler down there. So there's you can see it, and it's a good colour as well. Good colour. Let's see. Too narrow.
See, that's where we.
That's our background. That's where we were back in the day. That's where we met. Long time ago.
Long time
Old
ago.
school. In fact, that company now has been just changed hands. Now owned by Conde, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. So what we know the oil's amazing, incredible. The rubber work under here looks pretty good. The rubber pieces looks really good. HT leads look new. We know the coolant level is about halfway in the expansion tank, which is good. The cap's back on, and the fluid looked like a really good colour. So I think there's nothing to worry us about pumping any of those fluids around the engine at all. We also know there's no leaks, right? It's been here for 4 years, and all the levels are primo good. So everything is looking ready for the fire in the hole moment. But what we need to do is get some power of some degree to this beautiful beast, and we're going to check what electrics work and see it go for a crank. I don't know, we might just pull the plugs out to do the crank, but might not need to be fair, with that oil in there. It's also such a good condition. Let's see how it goes. Anyone born after a certain year will have no idea, right? But let's do a quick cabin tour. It's got, I think, the original tape deck in there by the looks of that.
Yeah, that came with the car, as in from factory.
And what is slotted into it, Dano?
That would be an old tape deck adapter, which you then plugged into a phone, which had a earphone socket, and even a headphone socket is a novelty these days.
Look at that. So there's the cassette adapter he's talking about, and there's a little 3.5mm stereo jack. You plug it into your iPod or your phone or whatever for your music library. That was the way we digitised cars of this age back in the day. That is so cool. It's a cassette tape adapter to do that. Look at the cabin though. It's in lovely condition. What a gem. I think the thing that we're going to be let down with today is the battery. That's not going to work for us today. It's been deep discharge for 4 years basically, so I don't think it's going to hold any sort of charge to crank this beast over with. So we're going to need to go find some power. So the plan now is to get underneath. Dano's going to get underneath, I think, passenger side, get the battery out so we can go and replace the battery. I'm going to drop by, connect with my missus to get hold of a battery booster, and we'll get this thing running.
These battery boxes, basically you've got every single ECU and relay box sitting on top of the battery. So yeah, I can't.
All the battery numbers are on the front or near one of the terminals and in the middle.
Yeah, and it's inside the fiberglass battery box. So
Okay, have to go under.
right. So the strange thing about these cars is it's got a little fiberglass battery box which the battery sits in. It's okay to get to terminals, but if you want to get it out, you have to undo it from under the car.
Under the car. Do you want me to get my jack in? Would that be better?
Nah.
No?
Once you're in,
That's only one.
it's not like under these cars. Yeah, 2 bolts. I'll give it a little spray. And the other one.
I've just spotted one of the very few cobwebs actually on this car. It's on this outside tyre. It's in such good condition. It survived so well.
Alright.
You got this.
I might get down. I might not get back.
Yeah.
This is called old man syndrome.
This is what happens when we get older. Just makes life a little bit slower and more difficult. First bolt out nice and easy. I would say that. I'm not laying on the floor trying to get them. So, look at the condition of this beauty. Do you think she's going to run first time? Look at the key and it'll start. What do you reckon? I reckon there's every chance. Quick recap, we've had a cup of tea, coffee, so we know coolant's good, we know the oil's good, and there's no gunk in the top of the engine. We haven't checked the power steering and all that malarkey, so let's do that. that, Mr. Dan, more carefully.
What's that?
Power steering.
It barely works anyway in these cars.
I'm not sure what I'm allowed to reveal, but obviously the car needs to be tested thoroughly over the next few years to make sure it's okay. So this is a recommissioning process, not to sell it, hopefully. She's a peach, isn't she? One of the things we're going to do is also get the paintwork fully detailed and get a coating on it so it just looks smashing. So I'll bring my stuff down and get that done. That'll be just a day's work, that'll be easy. It lives in the garage, so the coatings part will be an absolute breeze. We can get right around the car. So yeah, that's exciting. Yeah. Do a quick brake fluid check while we're here. That's in there, so that's to level. It's quite dark, the fluid.
Which one?
Brake fluid,
Yeah.
but it's up to level.
Yeah.
So that will need changing, but that part of the recommissioning will flush everything out anyway. We do new hoses. Here's a great example here. Look, you can see on this. This is a radius hose, and if they're going to crack underneath the tight Jubilee clips, they go, and on the radiuses. And this is in such good condition. It's pliable. It's in really great order. So I can't see there being any issues with running this. So you can see hoses at the back. Look, see here. I don't know how well it comes out on camera, but around where the hose clips are, usually you can start seeing some fractures and splits there, but you can't see or feel anything. It looks perfect. Oh, this thing's going to clean up so nice. There you go. So one battery and battery box out. Oh my God, look at that.
Yeah, so 70 amp hour.
70 amp hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a model number on it? So the width and height we get.
I will measure it. It's a very red power. Whatever that is. Red power max. That's 70 amp hour.
Okay. Yeah, that's an unusual size, isn't it? Look at the size, the height of it. Okay, she's out. So off camera, we've been to Halfords. We've got a battery. Someone had a genius idea of taking the battery box with us to make sure the battery fitted. Can't remember who that was, but might have been down there. No, I'm not claiming that idea. That wasn't me. So this is the fiberglass battery box.
Yep.
And it's bolted underneath.
Yeah, so it just bolts.
Yeah, look, that's what Anthony was under the car trying to get hold of, which is came out all right though. That's good.
The hardest bit is putting it back in.
Here we go. Brand new battery, 72 amps, cranking. So this thing should be absolutely fine. Most importantly, it fits in the box. We also bumped into my missus to collect a little Mocco booster as well in case we need that.
Thing to be aware of. If the alarm goes off. Just hit hopefully
The middle button.
Yeah, as soon as you collect the battery, generally the alarm goes off.
Yep. Which will deafen us.
Yeah. Soundless under the front, so.
And we've got the bonnet up to deflect the sound right to our ears.
Yeah.
Perfect.
To create.
You couldn't plan that better, could you?
Right. Beloved.
So come on, we're going to have loads of people in the comments now telling us which way we're going to connect the battery first. So we just can't, we're so excited. We've forgotten. You've got a circuit, you connect it, so I think earth first, positive last, I don't know. No, it can't be. Disconnect the earth first, reconnect it last. That's what I reckon it is.
Positive, then negative.
Yeah. Disconnect the earth first, then reconnect it last. That's how I used to remember it. You know when you get self-doubt and you forget these
I know, that's what my brain was. You should just go with instinct like all these things. Alright.
disconnected. Look, she lit. Just power the doors sort of clunked on the central lock-in.
Yeah.
So something seems to work. That's a good start. Battery in temporarily, not bolted to the floor, but in for the purposes of then do a dash check, see what lights work.
Yeah, I'll probably just leave it here before pushing it back.
Yeah.
Just because where it sits, getting under, it's just easier just to leave it.
In case we disconnect. Right, we have power. There's no smoking.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
Oh yeah, mate, 100%.
Oh,
Is the clock ticking?
it's the ticking.
Just move. I'm sure you can see it.
There's no second hand on your clock. But it is currently 10 to 1 on your clock, so we'll see.
It's not bad.
It's almost not too far out.
Oh, yeah.
After 4 years, it's only half an hour out. So we'll get the ignition key in, we'll go to accessory, see what lights up, see what ignition systems work, lighting, etc. And go for a little crank maybe. Right, just do the ignition system first, accessories first. See what wakes up. Here we have clicking fuel pump going.
Ready?
Yep. That
Battery
works.
alarm works.
Fuel pump. So the immobiliser works, fuel pump works. Hang on, wait a sec. Okay, I can't smell or see anything dripping down there. Hang on. Well, are you going to go for a crank or do you want to? Does the horn work?
I don't know where the horn is.
No.
Sort that out. Okay, what are you going to do? Hazards, let's see.
Got to check if these binary things work.
So this side repeat works, rear lights work. Side repeat, that's all. Let me check the fronts. Well, they work just fine. Give us some headlights.
We'll have to try and remember where everything is. Oh, don't turn the lights on.
Side lights, yes. Both sides. Headlights, yes. Flash,
Oh,
yes. That works. That all works. Your washer motor works. Oh, I heard that.
yeah.
Let's go to the back. Side lights work. Brake lights.
Brake pedal's a bit tight, so.
You got no brake lights.
But I don't think I can press them down so much.
No. Okay. All right. What are you going to do? I'll go by the exhaust. Let me just be here. Go for it.
Climb it again with the.
Yep. Oil pressure building.
Oil pressure's coming up, so. Come and have a look.
look, just be sure you're okay with this. But I think it's just that's rocker cover leak onto the exhaust manifold.
Yeah. She didn't need much help, did she?
She's just see, that is awesome, man. Awesome.
That was.
Crank, 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 broom.
Yeah. Who says old fuel's bad? It's much cheaper back then.
Yeah. So the smoke is emanating from here.
Yeah.
It's definitely smoking, but it's not.
I'm just going to look under from the other side. I'm sure it'd be what I expect, but
I'll get this torch on that and have a little look.
need my glasses.
So down here somewhere.
Could just be burning off a lot.
I think it's just lots of detritus and a bit of oil seep onto it.
Yeah.
I can't see an awful lot wrong with that, mate. It's not the spark plug lead melting against the metal.
She lives.
She lives.
Alright, get under. Right, so puddles under. Dry underneath.
Completely dry.
Yeah. I'll get the torch. I'll go the other side as well in a sec. Dry as bone. Get the back.
Honestly, I think it's a lot of detritus and just general
Yeah.
build-up of crap burning off of what will be
Dust.
very hot manifolds.
Yeah.
So what we didn't do was check if there's any circulation as well on the coolant. But so next question, do you want to try and drive her out?
I guess you can move forward.
Do you want to move the jack out of the way?
Probably better in case I can't stop.
Let's do that, just in case. We'll move the jack. Yeah.
Brake pedal is solid.
Yeah, that's the
Well, I've got
problem.
handbrake worst case, but
We know it works though.
yeah, brakes work. Yeah, because we stopped it.
Let's do a cold start. You gotta love a British V8, right?
Always.
So
Only
this
way to travel.
It's the only way. It's the only way to fly. So this is it. This is the first time she's going to come out of this garage in 4, maybe up 5 years. So what we do, got myself a meter down there. We're going to check the charges and stuff like that. We're going to just get down. Going to just bring her out slowly. I will change the battery in my camera because we're on low. So bear with me. Recap: battery change. This beautiful TVR is about to emerge into the gorgeous British sunlight for the first time in 4 years. She lives. Well, over to you, Mr. Dan.
lives.
Let's have a chance to look right around her. Look how little corrosion is on the distant is. Incredible. Tyres look great. Spark in the paint, we're going to get that absolutely popping right off there. That's going to be amazing soon. So Mr. Dan, how are you feeling?
She lives.
She does live, right? It's inspired you to get her back fully up and running?
Yeah, 100%.
She's going to be so, this is so cool.
Good.
So cool.
Turn up the beast.
Yeah, 100%. She looks amazing. This has been an incredible little experience just to get this out of the garage, right? A couple of bits to do. On her, but need to find out what that rattling is.
Obviously with the boot, I don't even know how to open the boot. Can't remember.
Oh, is that the Tiger top?
Yeah.
Right.
Like every good TBR owner, you always carry a can of juice.
Can of juice. Is your fuel refill? This is it here.
Yeah.
Ow! And you got to use super underneath. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, 98.
I know your tyres are up at least, isn't it? Get spares for it.
Could be something like that, but I think you don't know anything.
There's definitely something that's similar to rattling. I wonder if it's just a knocking of the exhaust hitting the body.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Definitely sound more mechanical, but definitely the back end.
Yeah.
Anything.
It's on idle, so it wasn't a prop shaft or anything crazy like that, or suspension. I think it just sounded like maybe the exhaust is knocking the body.
Yeah.
Don't know. Maybe a hanger's corroded through or just rotted through. So will it run? Yes. Will it drive? Yes. The next plans are, Dana's going to take us to a specialist to get it completely recommissioned, coolant lines changed, brake lines up fixed if they're needed. Everything just sort of reworked over just to make sure it's safe for the road. MOT'd, which is the inspection here, annual inspection we have in the UK. Make sure it's road safe. Can be new rubber all around on the wheels, on the tyres. We'll get it all detailed, paint corrected and coated, and she'll be ready. What a fine machine. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Catch up with us soon and stay tuned. Subscribe for more updates on this beautiful car. Successful day, so she goes back in the garage. Reverse light's not working.